friends, buckle up because today's show is absolutely packed. We're talking DCU Lanterns, Scarlet Witch stepping into a huge new role in Marvel Comics, Captain America taking on a Xenomorph. The MCU changes that drove fans wild in Star Wars release updates, a brutal new Image comic adaptation, big money comic sales, and the CovrPrice Daily Shakers Report, and McFarlane toy dropping a whole new wave of Marvel statues that are going to destroy wallets everywhere. Let's dive straight into it, and welcome back to Comic Issues Daily. And my name's Bryant, and this is I Have Comic Issues YouTube channel. All right, the first story we got for you today is is talking about the DCU Lanterns. So we finally got some major updates on the DCU Lantern series coming to HBO Max, and it sounds massive. Dashit Mashari over at Superhero Hype gave us a plot and power details, and Jordan's Ekabut sorry, I'm terrible with the names, I apologize, from CBR broke down the cast list, and showrunner Chris Mundy says the show stretches across multiple time periods but keeps the core of the characters consistent throughout. It focuses on two Green Lanterns, Aaron Pierre as John Stewart and Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan. Their powers manifest differently. John's are born from creativity and emotional expression. His constructs literally come from his mind and soul, while Hal is the blunt force guy who, as Mundy jokes, just wants to hit everything with a big green fist. The show wrapped filming and is expected sometime in 2026. The cast is stacked, and Pierre and Chandler are headlining. Ulrich Thompson is playing Sinestro. Kelly MacDonald shows up as Sheriff Carey. Garrett Delhunt and Jason Ritter play the mysterious Makins, and Nathan Fillion is going to return as Guy Gardner, the only character to appear across every DCU project so far. This one's going to light up the DCU. Drop a comment, let us know what you think. Are you more excited to see Jon Stewart's creative style or Hal Jordan's giant fist energy? And if it's anything like Guy's fist energy in Superman, I can't believe I just said that, it'll be very interesting. And speaking of characters shaking up their mythos, Marvel's magic scene is about to change in a big way. Huge comic news. Marvel Comics just made it official. Wanda Maximoff is the new Sorcerer Supreme. Josh Wilding at comicbookmovie.com reports this all kicks off in December in a new ongoing series titled Sorcerer Supreme, written by Steve Orlando, with art by Brendan Chang. After Victor Von Doom's downfall in the One World Under Doom, the mantle finally opens up, but Wanda's journey isn't smooth. The Vishanti refused to accept her and instead named Agatha Harkness as their Sorcerer Supreme. After an intense battle with her former mentor, Wanda wakes up in limbo facing Madeline Pryor, ruler of that realm. Orlando says Wanda's the only person who could hear the artifacts crying out, and artist Russell Dauterman even designed her slick new costume for the series. Scarlet Witch taking over the Sanctum Sanctorum. I'm here for it. Hit that like button if you're ready to see Wanda go toe-to-toe with Agatha Harkness. Just let us know. And now from magic to mayhem, let's talk about Captain America taking on something way more terrifying. Brian Corwin over at CBR dropped an exclusive preview of one of the wildest crossovers yet. Alien versus Captain America #1 from writer Frank Terry and artist Stefano Raffaele is set during World War II, where Hydra is hunting a new weapon to crush the Allies. The Red Skull sends Baron Strucker to the Himalayas to find the lost city of Atalan, home of the Inhumans, but instead he stumbles onto something far worse, the Xenomorphs. The preview showed Cap and Bucky raiding Castle Strucker, fighting die-hard Hydra soldiers before realizing Strucker's vanished to unleash an alien horror. It's pulp, it's weird, and it's everything you want from a Marvel Fox mashup. I can't wait to see Cap throw a shield at the Xenomorph Smash that like button if you're grabbing this crossover. And since we're already talking about Marvel adaptations, let's talk about the ones that didn't go so well. All right, over at CBR, Myra Garcia rounded up the 10 MCU changes that comic fans absolutely hated, and some of those still sting. Remember that forced Bruce Banner and Natasha romance in Age of Ultron? That was a little weird. Yeah, that's still one of the biggest offenders, and fans have never bought it since Bruce's true love in comics is Betty Ross, not the Black Widow. In the Civil War movie, great film, but nowhere near the scale of the comic event. Just a handful of heroes instead of a full on Marvel universe brawl. They also completely watered down Mantis, turning a cosmic level empath and warrior into comic relief. Gore the God Butcher, way less terrifying than Jason Aaron's version, and don't even start on MCU's Thanos. He's not trying to press ladies' death, he's just doing it for balance. And then finally, we got MCU Spider Man becoming Iron Man Jr. with all the Stark tech instead of being the scrappy, self made hero we love. What MCU changes drove you the craziest? Sound off in the comments. I'm betting half of you say Gore, the God Butcher. And if you thought Marvel fans had strong opinions, just wait until we hit a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars fans, brace yourself. We've got a long wait ahead of us. Lee Frtag at CBR reports that Ahsoka Season 2 wrapped filming earlier this month, but based on Forbes' estimated post-production, based on Forbes' estimate, post-production means we probably won't see it until August of 2026. The series, created by David Fillion, picks up after the original trilogy. We follow Ahsoka Tano, Rosario Dawson, Sabine Wren, Natasha Liu Bordizzo on a journey tied to the mysterious Mortis god. Confronting the fallen Jedi Baylan Skoll, now played by Rory McFarlane, after the passing of Ray Stevens' son. And returning cast include Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn, Mary Elizabeth Winston as Hera, and Emma Estefan as Ezra, and Ivan Sakano as Shin Hati, and Hayden Christensen is returning as Anakin Skywalker. If that August 2026 date feels too far off, at least the Mandalorian and Grogu movie hits theaters in May, so that'll give us a little bit of a tie-over. The wait is long, but it sounds worth it. What do you think? Let me know. What do you want to see from Ahsoka's deep dive into the Mortis mythology? And now let's shift from a galaxy far, far away in Jedi's to the deep south. This one gritty Image comic story is heading straight to TV. Bleeding Cool's Ray Fluke confirmed that Hulu and Onyx Collective just greenlit a pilot for Jason Aaron's and Jason Ledor's Southern Bastards. The comic ran for 21 issues between 2014 and 2018, scooping up a Harvey and Eisner Award along the way. The series is a dark Southern Gothic crime drama about a military vet heads to Craw County, Alabama, to find his estranged father, but ends up knee-deep in a town ruled by Euless Boss, a high school football coach who's as deadly off the field as he is on it. The pilot's written by Bill Donahue and Nia DeCoste, the Marvels, with DeCoste also directing. Matt Olmstead from Chicago PD is on board as the showrunner. This sounds like a brutal, grounded series in the best way. And if you read the comics, drop your favorite volume below. Let me know. I'm kind of interested in this one. And if you haven't, hit those links and check it out. And since we've already talked about collectibles and legends, let's close with the market movers lighting up today's CovrPrice Daily Shakers. And then I got some McFarlane statues to tell you about after the CovrPrice Shakers Report. First, we got Fantastic Four, issue number 48 from 1966. The first Silver Surfer and Galactus cameo hit $35,099 and a CGC 9.8. That's crazy. And then we got Fantastic Four issue number 2 from 1961. The first skulls went for $4,900 in a CGC 7.0. That's a big drop from number 1 to number 2. And then we got Avengers number 4 from 1964. Captain America's first Silver Age appearance pulled in $3,050 in a CGC 6.5. That's pretty cool. And then we got some Golden Age heat. We got Sensational Comics issue number 2. Oh, let me move on. There's Captain America. Here's Sensational Comics issue number 2. Wonder Woman from 1941 sold for $2,875 in a CGC 1.5. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300, a classic from 1988. The Venom debut hit $2,849 in a CGC 9.8. And then we got Batman Adventures number 12 from 1993. Harley Quinn's first appearance, still strong at a $1,575 in the CGC 9.8. And then we got some wild cards to throw in here. We got Mystery in Space number 1 from 1951, hit $999.99 in a raw copy. And then we got Teenage Diary Secrets issue number 6 from 1949 with Norma Jean, Marilyn Monroe photo cover. It went for $908.89 in a CGC 2.0. So photo covers were hot back then too. And then we got G.I. Joe issue number 1 from 1982. Came in at $789.99 in a CGC 9.8. And then we got Spawn issue number 174 from 2008. The first Gunslinger Spawn closes out our top 10 at $722 in a CGC 9.8. That's an insane lineup of silver, bronze, and modern heat. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss tomorrow's cover price movers and shakers or the other stories that we're going to have for tomorrow. And speaking of collectibles, let's finish strong with the McFarlane toys bringing Marvel statues to life. All right, toy collectors, this one's for you. Bleeding Cool's Tyler Roberts covered the full wave, and McFarlane toys absolutely delivers. First up, we got Black Panther leaps into action in a 1/6 scale glory, a 12-inch statue inspired by Black Panther Annual Number 1 variant from 2018. You get the statue, a detailed base, and a backdrop, a collectible art card, and a reprint of that variant comic, all for $59.99. Available now at McFarlane Toy stores on the internet. And then we got Blade, the Daywalker himself, inspired by Elena Casagranda's artwork from Blade number 1 from 2023. He's packing the same 1/6 scale size with the full base, backdrop, and reprint, and art card for $59.99. And this one ships in December of 2025. And then next we got the gold label lined art Deadpool rocking a black and white sketch deco that pays tribute to Rob Liefeld's New Mutants 98 cover in a 1/10. Sorry, let me back up. In a 1/10 scale for $34.99, and it's already out. And closing that wave is Rocket Raccoon, inspired by Scotty Young's art from Rocky Raccoon, a chasing tail. Number 1, he's got dual blasters, a Groot-themed base, and the same bundle of extras for $59.99. That's 4 killer statues: Black Panther, Blade, Deadpool, and Rocket. Links are down below. If you're a Marvel collector, now's the time to lock them up before they all sell out. All right, next thing we got for you to check out, we got want to tell you about our Comic Channel Origins live stream that I do every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And this Sunday, I am going to be talking to Paul from Sector 2815 about his YouTube channel and how he's grown it from 0 subscribers and no watchers or anything to where he is now. So please check that out. Please come and join us. Please ask questions. We'd love to hear from y'all. And that is 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then a big shout out to our sponsor of this channel, Ron's Comic Closet. And if you use code IHaveIssues at checkout, you'll get 20% off your first purchase with Ron. And he's got new releases, back issues, and a lot of other great stuff to check out. All right, That's going to do it for today's Comic Issues Daily. If you enjoyed hanging out, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the next show. I'm Bryant, and I hope that all of your issues are comics. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.